All right, good morning, traders. Got a lot going on. We're gonna have a powwow today. I'm gonna let everybody get in here, but there's definitely a lot going on with the channel and everything we're gonna talk about. Come on. Good morning, One Life. Yeah, as soon as we start getting everybody in here, we'll get to updating you guys, let you know what's going on with everything, because I know you guys are curious what is going on. Let's see, TEDU buyout. They got a buyout. A lot of sellers at 380. See if how many of this would be a share, because you don't want to buy this at the price that the person is paying. No, I didn't sell the channel to Ross. Are you crazy? You think I would sell this great community to somebody? There's more there's gonna be more content. I'm gonna be back active on the channel more. Don't worry. We're good to go. Oh, so they're absorbing it. ISNS yet? Let's see, it's not popping up anywhere on my scan. Oh, here it is. Very little float. We are getting a nice pop here. A little bit of a U-shaped break there. Maybe. Maybe I'll venture into this play here in a minute. Let's see if it holds up. See, we just broke the downtrend. I'm gonna buy it off this bounce right here. Right here off of this. See if I can get a quick little scout for today. If it can break over $6 or not. 581. Put my stop loss right under there somewhere. Now if it's going to continue to rip here, then it's going to do it on this candle. If not, it's going to pull back. But I just wanted to see if it's going to hold up this support right here. A lot of selling at this $6 area. It may or may not hold up. I don't know. We'll see. So far, so good. Or not so good, but so far, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking crazy right now. Let's see. We got 30 seconds for this candle to close and hold up here. Ooh, nice little push. All of a sudden, a little bit of buy and push there. We got indecision. We're right in the middle of either a rip over 6 or a drop. Buying keeps coming in here. And we may be getting close to ripping here. Yeah, boom, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. May get held up here at 6. Let's see, where's it at? 6. Oh, got getting pushed back down, so still having some issues breaking out. The support is still trying to hold. As long as the support holds, we'll get this break over 6, but it needs to stop testing the support and test the resistance. If we keep testing the support is going to get weak. This is not that strong a support anyway. It's decent support, but so I got stopped out there. Little pivot point. Couldn't break that 6. It tried to break it. Thought we were looking good there, and then a little push down. That's why I had that tight stop loss, though, because that's what I was saying about that support area. If that support area cracked, then that would come back down pretty hard. But basically, it looks like it's kind of, let me see, let me look at it on 5 minute. But basically, I think it's getting rejected on this downtrend line. No, it just broke the downtrend, but pulling back below it. Pretty deep pullback on this candle. I don't know. Let's see my crypto swing. I figured this would be doing more today with cryptos being up, but maybe not. What is EDR? What does EDR 26 look like? Or what does that mean? Is that like a drug they've got or something? VXRT kind of doing the same thing. You do have the trend line there. It's already bounced off the trend line at the moment, though. Pretty extended over it. But it kind of looks like the exact same thing we just had on. What was that? I don't know. Whatever that was, I just traded and took that small loss on. This is almost exactly the same pattern, where it almost broke over 10, but it's getting rejected at that resistance area right at the moment. UFC parent company. Okay, interesting. EDR. Oops. I don't know how. What the hell? There we go. Education Reality Trust is the owner of UFC? Oh yeah, I guess so. Well, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Looks like it just IPO'd here recently or something. Yeah. That's 600 million in float, or 700, whatever this float is, for the UFC is pretty low. I don't know what the UFC's viewership is anymore, but that seems like a pretty low float, a low amount of shares for the market cap of the UFC. Especially at this, I don't want to say I don't want to say at this price, but I mean, it's not, the low is 23 and it's holding above 25, so this is interesting, One Life. Thank you for pointing this out. I like what we got going on here. Maybe not today, because it is the last day of the month. That's why I was looking for the quick trade and looking to see if I could pop something real quick. But there's probably going to be a lot of selling today. It's probably going to be hard to get any breakouts. But that EDR I'd like to keep an eye on for next week. I think that play could get some nice action next week. You're 12 cents down on Bitcoin today? Well, you must have bought it at the wrong time, buddy. It's okay, Daniel B. I'm actually a little skeptical of Bitcoin at the moment. I'm not skeptical of cryptos in general, but Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin themselves, I'm a little bit skeptical on. I had a thought process last night that I was thinking about some stuff I kind of put together in my head, and it's pretty conspiratorial, but I basically was thinking, oh God, this sounds crazy, but Elon, I like Elon Musk a lot, and I think he's a great guy. But sometimes I don't know him personally though, so all I see is what he does on the outside, and I don't know what his motives are, so I can't really say he's a good guy. I just think he is. But when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about what if he's not? And he's pumping Dogecoin and Bitcoin to try, which of course, if you do the same thing to Bitcoin, it'll happen to Litecoin. But I'm wondering if they are trying, if he or whoever are trying to pump those coins specifically because those are the most popular, and is trying to dump them on retail traders in an attempt to destroy cryptos because all of the governments are going to a digital currency. Jerome Powell admitted to it. Janet Yellen said it would be good for the economy. So with the competing, with governments don't want a competing currency, and the idea would be to drop the big ones, the most popular ones on retail traders like Bitcoin and Dogecoin, because their uses are pretty limited versus Polkadot or Ether or Chainlink or any of those cryptos. So I'm not skeptical against the whole crypto world, just those couple right at the moment with that thought in my head. I don't know if that's, like I said, it's kind of conspiratorial, but just something I thought of that may be worth thinking about. Elon's tulip scheme, yeah. Elon Musk is on EDR's board of directors? Surely not. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody. Who has joined us? Mara has dropped. I don't think I get married yet. I don't know if I said that was my buy price at 36. Down here at 30 off the 100-day, that would have been a nice little area to grab. But right now, it's running into resistance. I don't want to see it break over that 50-day first before I make any type of move on Mara. But there's some stuff going on. Yeah, well, there's no doubt. As long as the coins, as long as all the cryptos keep going up, then Mara will keep going up as well. Because all Mara does is mine cryptos. That's all they do, and probably stake them too. They probably mine them and stake them. So as long as cryptos go up, this company's market cap is going to go up just because the value of the whole entire company is going to go up. $60 really, I haven't looked into it lately to see what all they got going on, but $60 is not. If they're solely focused on Bitcoin, then maybe it might not reach back to 60. But if they're mining Ether or whatever, anything other than Bitcoin and staking it, then I would think that $60 is a light work for Mara to break over. If the crypto bull run keeps going, which it doesn't look like it's slowing down, Ether's pretty much pulling it by itself. $60 by 223 or by 2023? Nah. It won't take that long. As long as this crypto bull run keeps going, then Mara, Riot, those guys, they're mining stocks, so their inventory is going to just push the value of the stock up. See, TALP. Possible little. It's not the prettiest flag in the world, but it's trying to break over that $8 area. See, ISNS looks like it's trying to come back up again. If it starts to come back up again and test in 6. Huh. So they're just paying people a dividend to grab this company. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a trap. Now that I'm looking at the PR, I should have looked at it earlier, but I like the chart pattern until it broke down. But like I said, it is the Friday. It is the last day of the month, so there's probably going to be some selling off going on. VXRT still bouncing off of that trend line. We put that on the watch list. If it comes back down, maybe it could possibly be play. Oh, ISS keeps coming back up and testing. I may try to go again on this. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh nope, maybe I'm not. I might not have enough to go. Okay. I used all my fun. There we go. Well, I got 10 shares back. Damn it, at 585. It's a little high, but let's see. Let's give it a go again here with 10 shares. See if it can break the 6, because it is very low float. And if retail traders see it as a value because they're getting a dividend payment for buying it, then they could easily push it up, like they're trying to do now. You can see there we're testing the $6 again. Got to break through the $6 here. We need a strong break. Right now we're just tickling it. We're tickling 6. We need a big punch in the gut. There's a little resistance at 605 too. It looks like. There's a Joe Biden tickle joke in there somewhere, but you guys can figure that one out. Yeah, it's getting held up at that 605. Listen, those orgy parties are coming, Daniel B. Don't you worry. We're gonna turn up this summer here in the community and everything going on. We got a lot of big stuff going on. A lot of stuff. So I'm glad you guys are part of the community early, because boy, we're gonna get busy. So now we're trying to hold 6 as support. If 6 can hold as support, which we're still not breaking over that 605 area, which is concerning. We need to get a close over that. Yeah, right there's that resistance. Actually, we got a lot right at 610. So it's got to break that 610 area, but we'll see if it can do it. Get a little bit of a pullback now. This is a volatile stock. Very low float, so that's why you're seeing these big, deep moves like this. This is like 50-cent candles on the 2-minute, which is deep. You're in ISNS too right now? It's trying to burp that worm, but it's got a lot of. It's got this just having such trouble with that 610 area. If it can keep on testing, then well, actually, it's the $6 area and the 610 area because as you can see, not one candle is closed over 6. This one's not going to close over 6 either. And then we got this little space right there of resistance up to 610 where these candle wicks went to. That is true. Well, it depends. If you're only racing one lap, so for example, if you're scalping, then yeah, the race would be finished on the first lap. But I get what you're saying, One Life. It is a good metaphor for what you're saying. It's taken its time in consolidating, trying to build some new supports to break this resistance area. So it's not shooting straight up, but we could get the big leg up if it can break with this upward consolidation movement we got going on. Just going to 660. That'd be nice. We'll see. I mean, it looks okay right now. It's not terrible. It just needs to break that resistance area. That 6 to 610 is a strong resistance area. Let's see. Previous high here was 636, so we're going to have a lot of resistance there too, but look at this thing on a higher time frame. So on the 15-minute, we actually dojied right here. I should have looked at that. That would have helped. Yeah, look at all the support below right here. I should have looked at a higher time frame. I didn't catch all that support that this had at 560-ish. But yeah, looking at it on this 15-minute chart, it does look pretty strong. Let's see, we may have a trend line started right there. We'll keep an eye on it here. As you can see, it's trying to build support right here at this area, which is what we want. We want to keep building newer support. It takes time to skin a cat. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting metaphor. Throwing the meow in after there. I don't know, you may be a little overconfident on this trade, but it's got the potential for sure. But there's a lot of selling that needs to get the hell out of the way for it to rip. Let's see, pull up this level 2 here, take a closer look. If we come back up to 6, if we come back and break 6 with a nice buying volume push here in the next couple of minutes, this is going to break out. But if it's going to do it, it's got to do it here in the next few minutes. Like the next 5 or 6 minutes here. Needs to break out. It needs to break over 6 and start holding 6 as support. There we go. Still a lot of sellers at 6. That's why we need that breakout. I don't know about a few hours. I mean, if it doesn't break out here, it's going to come back down to this trend line and test this trend line. And at that point, if it's testing down at 550, it's more than likely going to crack for the rest of the day. So a few hours from now, there's no telling where this could be at in a few hours. It's only 5 million in float. It doesn't take much volume to move this one way or the other. But it needs to break out here soon. If it doesn't break out here soon, it's going to have a pretty strong pullback, and I would not want to be in it at that point, nor will I be in it at that point. That's on my entry though. I got in at 585. You got in at 565. So you're a lot closer to the support line than I am. I'm not. Well, with 10 shares, I might hold it down there, but probably not. See, we're already starting to have a pullback here, but we don't want it to drop much lower than that. Because if it starts making new lows, then we're going to test this trend line. Like I was just saying, I don't know if I want to be in there myself. Only come down to test this trend line the way the stock is getting rejected at 6. But we're still okay if this is the new low right here, this 565 area. And once again, it is Friday, and it's the last day of the month, so expect max sketchiness throughout the stock market. So I wonder if I can average down a little bit and grab 5 here. Nope, I ain't got enough to buy 5. Let's try 3. No. How about 2? There we go. And it brought my average down a little bit to 582. I'm a little more comfortable now. I'm a little concerned this 580 support didn't hold up. I'm going to remove that though. drop a bit into the not doing all that. hold up here. Let's see, what's the SPY doing? SPY's not doing much. SPY's on this downtrend here over the last couple of days. Getting peculiar looking. There's a peculiar looking pattern there. And it does look like we're going to try to hold up this area. This 565 area of support. See, that's back right across here, where it bounced off several times before it cracked below it. And it's barely cracked below it a couple of times. So that's pretty strong support there. And then the trend line is actually catching up with that support. So we're looking decent still. Especially with a little bit more buying starting to come back in here possibly. If this can hold up. We got a couple of minutes on this candle to close. I'd like to see this candle, this 5-minute candle, close over 580, but more than likely right now it looks like it's going to kind of doji out possibly. But it's still got 2 minutes for this candle to close, so it's still a little early to tell what it's going to do. See a lot of sellers there at 575. Let's see. We got a minute left on this candle to close. We make, yeah, there we go. If we get this close over 580, we can see this back up testing 6 very shortly. And see, sellers are fighting with the buyers right here. The sellers are trying to push it back down below 580. Sellers don't like it there. Buyers are like, hell no, we ain't going. We are not budging. We're holding up this 565 area. Move on up. We're coming up. We're gonna come up on that 580 area next and start holding it. You sellers, get out of the way. We got the dump truck and the bulldozer backed up. We're about to bust through here. The wrecking ball. About the Miley Cyrus through here. That's what all the buyers are saying. Going Miley Cyrus through the $6 area. Oh, hold on just a second, guys. I got a call. Be right back. Damn warranty people. They always try to get me. They always call from weird numbers that look like people who may be important, and then I answer it, and it's a pre-recording of Miley Cyrus telling me that my car warranty has expired and that the IRS is going to come in like a wrecking ball. We're looking pretty strong here for a breakout. If we can close over 6 or push for a newer high right there, if we can push over 610, I think we're going to get this nice move here soon. Boy, One Life is hyped this morning. Ooh, my phone is going. See, this is what I. This is why. This is what I've been dealing with. I'm gonna update you guys and stuff on why I wasn't here yesterday and stuff, but I'm trying to wait for this stock to work itself out so we can talk here in the last bit of the stream. And I can update everybody what is going on, because there is a lot going on for sure. Yeah, One Life's got stole the show here in chat. He's the only one talking. Everybody else is quiet. But they're focused. Quiet and focused, like laser sharp ninjas with pet sharks with lasers attached to their freaking heads and just trying to laser snipe these stocks. That's why they're quiet. One Life. They're sniper hunters in the jungle trying to take down an elephant. That elephant's at $6. And then there's a cheetah behind it at $6.10. You talk, boy, you were hyped up today, One Life. You're talking crazy. I love it. I love the crazy talk. Although you're not really giving people anything they can learn from with your crazy talk, except, well, you said this in a triangle, so you're talking crazy, but you're throwing some value out there too. It's a wonky little combo. I like it. It's my style. It's my type of style. A little crazy talk, a little bit of value for people. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, there's that old trolley Grumpy DB. I was waiting for him to say something grumpy. I'm just in a good mood today, DB. There's a lot of good stuff going on, man. I'm not kissing One Life's rear end. I'm just giving him a little bit of credit for his crazy talk. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you jealous? Are you getting jelly, DB? Is that why? You think everybody should be kissing yours instead of One Life's? Well, hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, One Life. You gotta have some downtime sometimes. You work hard all day sitting at your chair staring at stock screens, straining your eyeballs, damaging your eyes. You got a lot going on, man. You gotta relax them eyeballs sometimes. And if not, you may end up needing glasses. Or contacts. Oh, it's your birthday weekend? Well, happy birthday, One Life. I hope you have a good birthday. I know my birthday was surprisingly went extremely well for what was going on. Yeah, remember to drink all day. You gotta start. Listen, that's good advice for One Life. But we're in Wisconsin. Drinking all day is part of our bloodline. What is going on right now on my phone? Let me go plug my phone in and charge it real quick, cause it's dying on me here. Yeah, well, I was pretty much up all night on my phone planning things out because, like I said, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here for the Framework Fortune brand and channels with multiple S's. Like I said, you guys just stick around a little bit here after this trade, and I'll update you guys with what's going on. I know I'm holding out on you. As soon as this stock rips and I can lock in the profit or whatever, and then I'll let you guys in on all the stuff. Or if it drops, it's up to this stock when you guys are gonna find out what's going on here. Oh, one life, you're sitting there pumping. You only got 50 shares of this. This ain't the UFC play. This is EDR. What are you talking about? I'm confused now. Oh, an EDR. You got 50 shares of that. Okay. Looks like we may try to push for that 610 resistance here. Yeah, we're gonna push that 610 resistance very shortly. Let's see if we can break it. This is where the big breakout will be at if it's gonna come. Rejected again. It's a tough area. Needs to break here soon. And see, we still haven't had a candle close over 6 yet. Well, I mean, that one kind of opened at 6, but all these wicks are above that $6 area. No candle yet is closed, so we need to see a candle close over 6 soon. Okay, this candle just closed. Now let's see here. We don't want this to doji out right here under 6. We want it to break over 6 and close, because if not, it's going to pull back down to that trend line, and it's going to take it a whole nother process of consolidation to try to break out. Look at that crazy talk. Well, I've only got 12 shares, so I'm definitely not going to be a millionaire off of this play. I mean, if you got 30K shares, you might be, but my 12 shares is definitely ain't going to run hard enough for me to make that much money, or even half of that or a fourth of that. Or even a tenth of that, really. See, I don't. This is what I'm saying. This candle's got to close over 6 because we're hitting and it's starting to curl. If it can't close over 6, then it may have a curl down here. $5.15. You mean, what are you talking about? $5.15. Listen, I'll tell you what I got for my birthday after the stock does a thing. It's got to do the thing. One thing or the other. So I'm saying I'm going to update y'all to what's going on as soon as this stock does something other than doing what it's doing. Market is red today. That's what I was saying earlier. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the last day of the month. There's probably going to be a lot of selling today. And we're seeing that downtrend hold up on the SPY and continuing to drop. QQQ probably looks the same. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. QQQ is actually pushing up. That rarely happens when those two go off a basis together. I mean, it happens, but it's just always kind of odd to see it. Normally they run pretty similar to each other. Yeah, I really don't get that as being a factor in anything that a stock is overtraded. And it could go south. I mean, a stock can go south at any time. So I don't see what the relevance is of it being overtraded. Like that's like it's basically saying this stock has had too much volume, and I get the premise behind it. When a stock has too much buying and selling, it can get exhausted. But at the same time, when you see a stock run from $1 to $20, $25 in a hot market, I mean, you're talking about tons of volume, and it's definitely overtraded if it's made that big of a move. So to me, there's no relevance to that. It doesn't make any sense to even factor that into anything. Overtraded mean it's not consistent holders. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. That doesn't make much sense either. Especially on this stock that you're using as example, because they're holding up. Buyers are holding up this 565 area. They've held it up for the last, I don't know, since yesterday in after hours. I mean, that's 12 hours or so that this stock has held 565. That's pretty good support. That's pretty good buying coming in and holding it up for that long. But what I'm saying is, you're saying that like that could have any effect on whether this goes down or not. I mean, it's irrelevant. If the like I said, if the 580 doesn't hold up, and we're not building more support, then it's not going to go up anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Like, what relevance does it have to your actual trading? None. It doesn't. It doesn't mean anything, because you said it could go badly, but literally, like I said, anytime you're in a stock, it could go badly for a whole bunch of number of reasons. So why focus? Why even hyper focus on one case scenario that could go badly or it could go up? Does that make much sense to any of you guys? Like, it doesn't seem like an efficient way to think of trading to me. You gotta hit it and quit it, yeah. I mean, I'm sure everybody in the chat would love it if you wouldn't say anything else, Daniel B. But you know, So far, we've yet to see that out of you. So Daniel B ain't touching this stock. He doesn't put input on stocks that he's in. Because then if it turns around on him and he looks dumb, then he can't have that. So he can't admit to saying something dumb or doing something dumb for 1 second. It's okay, buddy. You'll get there, man. Just heavy meditation. That's all you need. Just need some meditation. I got some good Deepak Chopra videos I'll send your way, buddy. But literally, all I'm saying is, with price action and support and resistance, I don't really see a relevance to why it matters if it's overtraded or not. I don't see that affecting anything. I've never seen that affecting anything. Like I've thought the same thing for a long time, but now that I'm really thinking about it at this moment, it just doesn't make any sense to even consider that into your trading factors. It's not efficient. Like I said, it's hyper focusing on one little tiny minuscule detail that could or could not change the outcome, which the outcome can change at any time. So it just doesn't seem like a valuable piece of information to help me on my decision on whether or not to buy or sell this stock. Like, I've already bought the stock because of the chart pattern. So, and I'm up still. I mean, I've been up almost the majority of the time that I've been in this stock, except on this trade, the first trade I wasn't, but this trade. So like, I'm not gonna sell it right now. As long as it's moving this way up to 610, I don't really care if it's overtraded. Once it gets to 610 and breaks over 610, I don't really care if it's overtraded. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't break 610, then it doesn't break 610. It's really irrelevant whether or not it was because it's overtraded or because 610 hold up a strong resistance because of past chart resistance or whatever. The key factor is to keep it simple as possible. This has to break 610 at that resistance line. If it doesn't, it's going to go down. If it does, it's going to go up. I don't need to know all the specific little minute details to figure that out. I just figured that out on my own by looking at the resistance. So we're going to murder them with our sword. It may not break out. I've been saying that. I've been saying it's a possibility if it doesn't get over 6 and start holding over 6. But this simple price action, support, and resistance that I'm talking about. And this is what I'm talking about too. When I say I like to simplify things with the stock market and anything, cryptos, anything, you're overthinking it when if you're looking at this chart pattern and multiple thoughts are going through your head, and one of them is a minute detail like it's overtraded, then you're overthinking it. Why would you overthink it like that? It's simple supply and demand. Either buyers are going to buy this up here and break over this resistance, or they're not. There's only two choices. So when you got 50-50 chances, and I would say this is better than 50-50 chances because we are building up. We do have a chart pattern. So I'd say the probability of this breaking up is better than it breaking down. But still, you never really know what a stock is going to do 100%. So, but the baseline is the simple of it, especially for you new traders out there, is it's got to break this area. That's it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Simple. I don't need to know about anything. I don't even have to know what the stock's name is to know that. I'm just looking at the chart pattern and being able to tell that. I don't need to read the news. I don't need to read anything to know that this needs to break over 610, except for this chart. That's it. Yeah, I'm not knocking Daniel B's trading style or anything or his information, but to me, it just it seems irrelevant to the trading itself. Now, if you want to overcomplicate things and you want to have 15 screens up, 15 charts at one time, and have different time frames on the 15 different charts, and you got all the scanners and all the bells and whistles, and you want to see if the 9 EMA is crossing over the 200 EMA at a Doji Star resistance line, looking for, like, you can do all that if you feel like it. I mean, if you want to, but time is our most valuable asset, right, guys? That's what we've talked about. So why would you spend all that time to make money? Because you're investing your time when you're day trading as well. You're not just investing your money, you're investing your time. We're sitting here for a couple hours every morning to try to get some wins. We're retail traders. We're trying to get the scraps off of the bottom from the institutions that manipulate the stock market. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to overcomplicate things because it takes away from your efficiency. Like I said, you don't. If you're investing your time like that too, you want to get max efficiency and optimization for your time, and overcomplicating with all that stuff is not going to do anything for you but slow you down in reality. For one, I've never smoked meth. For two, I know that's probably a smart A comment by Daniel B. I doubt he really feels that way in thanking me. But hey, if you are, I appreciate it, buddy. Either way, I appreciate you just being here and existing and adding a little bit of spice to the Framework Fortune community. You're kind of like that little ghost pepper seed that fell in the chili and that just always wants to bite you in the ass as soon as you take a little bite of it. That's what you are. You're a nice little mix in here. I like a little spicy in my day. I, I appreciate that, Dom. I appreciate that. My tangents, I'm trying to work on getting more to the point of things and not go on as long as tangents because I do tend to repeat myself in different ways, but I'm basically saying the same thing when I go on these tangents. So I'm trying not to do that, but everybody learns a little bit different, so I try to use different metaphors, different perspectives to learn with because everybody learns a little bit different. I I I never say I'm smart. I say I'm dumb all the time, and I'm a guy who just likes to trade stocks and cryptos, and that's true. But sometimes my ego does get the best of me, and I'm working on that. So if I ever sound like I'm being overly smart, I get it. Now see, we still haven't had a candle yet close over 6. Look at that. Still not a candle yet over 6, and we're starting to drop down. Now we are having a little bit of a curl here on the 5 minute. Let's look at it on a higher time frame. Yeah, this is getting real sketchy on a higher time frame. This indecision in this consolidation is not the best. We need to we need a stronger break, a stronger move up. Like this, what is this? This is the 15 minutes, so we got 8 minutes. 8 minutes for this candle to close. This candle needs to close above 6. It really needs to close above 605 on the 15 minute. If it doesn't, then we're going to curl over here and drop back down to the trend line. So we'll see what it does here. We're all right still, but it's getting a little sketchy because it's taking so long. It's better when I take that long-winded road to the point. Well, I'll just try to polish it. I'll just try to polish my crazy talk, and if you guys like the tangents and stuff, you know, I'll just try to polish that stuff. The trading theory is because of price action, Daniel B. I figured you would know that, being a price action trader on naked charts. The resistance is at $6. If the $6 area is still holding as resistance and there's no candles closing above it, then the price action is not showing an upward movement. We got to keep building support. I mean, it's not necessarily about the timing. The timing that I'm calling out is more or less just the idea of when it's kind of trying to get an idea of when it should break out, like in my past experience. And if that resistance area is not going to break out, then then the only other way it can go is down. Once again, that's a simple premise. If it doesn't break $6, it's going to go back down. I mean, I don't know how to make that any simpler than that. So it's important that one of these candles closes over 6, so we have the chance of still moving up. And so I mean, there you go. I don't know how else to explain that any simpler than that. Nice, Dom. Hey, whatever works, buddy. Whatever works for you, you just keep that up. That's all you got to do. Find one thing that's working and stick to it. Damn, Daniel B, that was dark. That was dark. Tell us how you really feel. Are you that butt hurt this morning? You want to take it there? Damn, son. No, I'm having a little bit of CBD, man. A little CBD in the morning is good for your brain. That's what the science says. And by science, I mean John Zadar, because he is the residential scientist on this channel. No, don't. Nobody take that as seriousness. John's a smart guy and great at research, but don't take that literally. That was a joke. You don't know about CBD One Life? Hey, Liam's in here. New meeting of Gravestone Doji. Nice stock trader. Nice candle pun or candle metaphor. I like it. Thanks for joining us this morning, Liam. If you guys haven't yet, if you guys are new to this channel, the Framework Fortune brand, and you haven't went over and checked out our good friend at Confident in Crypto, Liam, and you're a crypto bug, you got to get over there, because Liam is killing it right now with his analysis of all these cryptos and altcoins. I'm not going to hop out quite yet. I'm going to give it a second here, because we still have that support. at 565. It held up so far there. And then the trend line is almost caught up to that 565. It is curling over. It is a bit of a doji there. But if this support holds up again, then it's just going to curl back up to the 6. And One Life, you may have been right. It may be, it's already been like 45 minutes since you said it may be a few hours. So you may be right about that. But I am going to throw a stop loss in here just in case that 565 area cracks. I only got 12 shares, so I'm going to extend this stop loss a little bit. Whoa, not that low. There we go. Want it under the trend line, not right above the trend line where it's going to hit a support. Come on. Now my idea here with the stop loss is if this is going to hold up this trend line support, then I can move this stop loss up a little bit closer here to the trend line as the trend line is moving up. Let's see. Because still so far, I mean, we're not really on an upward movement. We're still consolidating sideways at the moment. We're not really going down either, because if you draw the downtrend line, the downtrend is there. We're just kind of in this little channel right here between the bottom of the trend line and that $6, $6.10 resistance area that refuses to break out. Yeah, but One Lies mean by its heavy is the sellers are outweighing the buyers at the moment. That's what it means by it's heavy. It does feel heavy. It does feel like the sellers are outweighing the buyers because we can't get this $6 break. So simple supply and demand. If we have too much supply at the $6 area and not enough buyers, then what's going to happen? It's going to drop. And if there's not any demand at this trend line, if there's no buyers at this trend line, well, then that's going to drop as well. So it's just simple supply and demand reading this price action. Because remember, these candlesticks, these volume bars, these trend lines, all this stuff is just measuring the value of the stock. Just like the US dollar measures the value of your time, these candles and all of this flashy nonsense on here is just a currency measurer of your value of your time. So this is just simple supply and demand price action trading. That is all you need to know is supply and demand. Is there a bunch of demand going to come in here and move up? Am I going to be able to buy this at this price and sell it above this price up here because buyers are going to buy it up here? Or am I going to sell this down here because the buyers don't come in at all? If there's no demand at support, then it's not going to be support for long. If there's no demand at resistance, then it's going to hold up as strong resistance, and vice versa with the supply. We got Elvis in the building too, so we got a full cast today. We got Elvis, we got Liam, we got One Life and Daniel B, our two old men up on the balcony from the Muppets, going blah 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 blah. Now all we need is John Zadar in here, and we got us a party. John is like the pot, he's like the pot dealer that hasn't showed up yet, and everybody's like, man, this party's lame. So, all right, guys, this is taking forever, so I'm gonna start giving you guys some updates about what's going on. Uh, the reason there was no stream yesterday because Wednesday, after the stream, somebody actually accepted. Well, they counter offered our offer on a property, and then we liked the counter offer and made a accepted their counter offer, and they accepted our offer. So we had a house inspection at 9 a.m. yesterday in the morning because I'm trying to move fast on my side so all the other stuff can just fall into place and I can focus on the YouTube channel, because that's really what's been pulling my attention away from the channels, is searching for a piece of real estate, because I was ready to make that next step investment, next jump up in investment on real estate. This would be the third property that we have owned. The first one we flipped. The second one's going to be... the second one's a weird situation. And then the third one, this is going to be a rental property. And I don't know if I want to put real estate videos on this channel. I'm thinking about starting a new channel specifically for the real estate, and maybe we can get my wife on there to talk some of her interior design ideas and what she does. But the channel is getting big, right? I mean, 5,000 something subscribers is a pretty decent sized channel, but as far as the content that we are putting out, and I'm trying to get more personalities on the channel, more perspectives. One Life, that offer still stands if you ever want to take it. But, yeah, I'm thinking about making it a different channel for the Real Estate Framework Fortune Real Estate channel, just to kind of separate that from the stocks. And then I'm also thinking about separating the crypto into a different channel as well, because we are getting kind of muddied, I think, because a lot of you guys only want to trade stocks. So I don't want you guys to be getting irritated that there's crypto videos coming out on that. So I'm thinking we separate real estate. I'm thinking we separate cryptos, and then probably credit we'll separate, or maybe we'll do credit with real estate. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, so we'll probably do that. Do credit and real estate on one channel, cryptos on another channel, and then the stocks, day trading, and long-term investing solely on this channel. I'll pay you in Ether One Life. I told you I'd pay you in crypto. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference to me how I pay you, whether it's cash or crypto. One Life, I offered you the deal, but or Daniel B, I tried to offer you the deal, and you didn't want to have it. You wanted no part of this. You've said it multiple times, so don't try to guilt me now in front of people. But see right here, so far we're holding up that 570. But yeah, see, like you just said, Elvis, you're not interested in crypto. You're here to this channel for the stocks. So I want to keep a focus on that for the people who want to do stocks, so we're not muddying up the channel. So if you guys, the community, if you guys leave me some feedback on that, let me know, in the comments of this live stream afterwards, or in the community tab on the channel, anywhere like that. Let me know what your thoughts are on moving forward with the channels. If splitting them up seems like a good idea. And then I plan on doing a couple of real estate videos to talk about the process that we went through, and it took 6 months, the factors that why it took 6 months, and the market being so hot right now, and all of that stuff, and what we're going to do with the property, because there's going to be a lot of equity that we're going to be able to add in. It has an unfinished basement that can be finished, so and be counted as square foot, so that's going to help with the equity. But the location and everything else is going to be a great rental property, whether it be, I don't know yet, short-term rental for like business meetings, because it is in a pretty heavy, well, not in a heavy business area, but it's a neighborhood, a quiet neighborhood outside of where a lot of businesses and stuff are. If this cracks below 565 here, see, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss up a little bit. But anyway, we'll get more into that. I'm going to let you guys in on that. When we go do the final walkthrough before we close, I'm going to videotape that for you guys and let you guys see what we got going on the inside. I'm not going to show you guys the outside because I don't want Daniel B finding me. So, we'll do all that. Yeah, there's a lot with real estate. I'm probably not. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I want to separate the channel yet until well, I maybe will. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, you guys give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think, because I want you guys to be happy with the content that we're putting out. Also, like I said, I'm looking for some more personalities who do very good due diligence, traders with experience and all that in different areas. So I'm looking to expand the content further, more daily content. There's going to be some unique giveaway videos coming out here soon. So there's going to be more giveaways coming, and they're going to be unique. They're not going to be, I mean, I'll still probably do flash giveaways like I did early this week in here on the live stream, but there's going to be some unique stuff to the next few giveaways. We're going to play a game. We also are going to be probably interviewing some interesting people here in the future. I'm not going to say any names yet until I get confirmation, but I've had some people reach out to me that are some interesting named people. So that's going to be coming too. That's going to be some exciting stuff if that all works out. Like I said, it's too early for me to say yet, but after the conversation we had, I feel pretty good about it. We did just crack that 565, so I am a little concerned about it now. See, we never closed over that $6 mark. See how relevant that was? If we closed over $6, this could have been a whole different story, but we never got above that resistance, sellers. The supply is too much right through here in the resistance zone. Too much supply through here, not enough demand. Now the trend line has almost caught up with that 565, but if it drops below 560 here, it's more than likely going to crack this trend line, because this is, I mean, we got a pretty straight down move right there. It's kind of ugly. But yeah, we're closing on that. We're closing on that property at the beginning of June. We're going to live in it for a little bit while we're fixing it up. So that will be some interesting content coming from there. Like I said, you guys just give me feedback on what you think that I should do, because like I said, you guys are the ones watching the content. You guys are the ones searching the content, liking and commenting and doing all that. So I'd rather you guys decide what happens with the channels than me decide, because I don't have time to watch my own content. I barely have time to make it at this point. No, not a real estate giveaway. Not yet. We don't got that. We're not that far ahead yet. Maybe a year or two down the road, we can do a real estate giveaway, a big old real estate giveaway. But we ain't quite there yet. I was just talking about the little giveaways here and there. We might up the ante on some of them because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna play these. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a game like Saw. No, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be like Saw, but we're gonna play a few games within the videos. So, for example, there will be a probably something like there will be some type of clue within the video. It's going to be a valuable video. It's not just going to be a garbage video where we're talking about a giveaway. It's going to be in one of the content videos. So like one letter to a stock ticker symbol could be in one of John Zadar's videos somewhere in there. And it'll be and then like one could be in one of my videos, and it could be like it'll be like 4-day span of videos, regular content videos with a letter to a ticker symbol. So it's going to be some interesting stuff like that. Well, like I said, we're getting there on that. We're in good shape. Update on the website. The website is almost finished. It is taking a little bit longer than expected, but the person I have working on it is only one person. He is doing a fantastic job for the community of putting together something very nice for us to have outside of YouTube. Like I said, in case anything ever happens with YouTube, plus exclusive content, the community, and maybe another function if I can get that done too as well. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. This is one of my ideas. So the website is still on track to come out very, very soon. Just a little bit delayed. And like I said, I've been busy on the real estate hunt now that I can hunker down a little bit, because there's nothing really I can do with the real estate for the next 20 days until we get closer to closing. So that will be out soon. Very interesting website. It's going to be nice. Or at least in my opinion, it's going to be nice. You guys may end up hating it, I don't know, but we can always adjust it, fix it. That's why we have open lines of communication in the community. We got to talk. Do you want to win a house one life? Don't we all? Yeah, there's tons in the pipeline, Liam, and I plan on bringing. You're not part of the Framework Fortune brand, but you're a friend of the Framework Fortune brand, and I plan on bringing you along with me the whole entire way. So, as exciting things start happening for this channel, Liam will probably start getting some exciting things. I am very confident, and Liam will get his own type of exciting things going on, because he is doing very well with his channel. But I'm also here for him to help support him and his community, because why everybody has to bicker on the internet and social media? Let's all just be friends and make money. That's what it's about. It's all about having a good time, living life, and making money, because remember, time is your most valuable asset. So, like I said earlier, you do want to invest your time wisely, make smart decisions, make efficient decisions, because efficiency in your whole life is a big thing. If you're taking 2 hours to get ready in the morning to do anything, well, that's not very efficient. There's probably some ways you can streamline that efficiency and cut it down so you have more time to do the things that you like to do, or the things that you need to do as far as your hobbies and investing. Because it is good to have hobbies. When I say people all they do is watch cat videos, I'm not saying you have to stop watching cat videos to get rich or anything like that, but if you're going to build wealth, you're going to have to put some time into building wealth. It's not going to build itself. Yeah, we're definitely going to do some more collabs with you, Liam. Absolutely, sir. I always look forward to that, because you always teach me stuff. I don't think I really ever teach you anything, but you teach me stuff, and that's valuable. So
Jamie, if you don't like Zadar's content, you know, that's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own taste. Like I said, I'm gonna be putting out more content myself on this channel. So I know right now John's been carrying the load kind of this last couple of weeks, but that's why I'm saying now that I'm done with the real estate hunt for a little while, I can hunker back down on the channel and get more content out for you guys. I've got an editor who is working for the channel kind of part-time right now. Eventually I want to get him full-time, but the idea is to free up more of my time so I'm not doing all the editing. I mean, John does his editing on his videos, but there's a lot of stuff that I got to do to run this channel and all the other things that I've got going on, so I need an editor to help with the load. So we got a decent editor, a pretty good editor actually, and he's getting better every video. I don't know if you guys even notice the difference in the quality of my videos from before. I'm still editing my videos too, but some of them have not been edited by me. But we're going to really start pushing some content here. So if you don't like John's stuff, or if you don't like my stuff and you do like John's stuff, either way, you know, you don't have to watch John's stuff. You can just watch mine, or you can just watch John's stuff and not watch mine, or you can watch both of us. Or if you don't like either of us or anything to do with the channel, you don't have to watch the channel. That is the great thing about freedom and the internet, where you've got thousands of different channels out there that you can watch. Not all of it's going to be good information, but that's the cost of freedom, I guess you would say, is quality issues. Because you're going to get quantity, you're going to get lots of competition in a type of free environment like the internet is. And when I say free, I don't mean it doesn't cost anything. I mean free as in actual freedom. But yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah, mid-cap analysis. That is something I do want to add. I know John is doing the OTC stocks. That's his specialty. I'm either going to start doing those mid-cap analysis, mid-cap to large-cap, because that's a big opening in the channel that I want to fill, because I do invest in larger cap stocks, and I do swing trade mid caps and some small caps. Like I've been swing trading in this APLD, which is not a mid cap or really a small cap, I guess. It's an OTC penny stock, but you know, I do swing higher price stocks and longer term trades on my long term portfolio and stuff like that. So either I'm going to do it or I'll find somebody who can do it. Either way, we're going to start doing that too. Like I said, there's going to be a lot coming. We're going to be covering everything. We're going to be covering everything from the very tippy tip of crypto all the way down to the tiniest altcoin, from every single penny stock all the way out to the biggest Teslas and Apples and Googles. We're going to cover real estate, from solar panel farming to commercial real estate investing. Like, we're going to cover it all. I want this to be the go-to hub for investors and traders across the globe to come for trusted information, not like half of the stuff that's out there. I want you guys to have a place to come to find all the information you need. That is the goal, is to grow this into the biggest community of information sharing in the trading world across all investments and sectors. Yeah, you're not wrong, Jamie. A lot of OTCs are trash, but something that took me a while to realize is a lot of foreign companies are on the OTC stock market list. Now, not all those foreign companies are going to be great, but if you're looking for exposure into a foreign market more than likely you're going to have to go to the OTC markets if you're not buying up if you're not buying any type of foreign index or anything like that, or if you're not buying directly from a foreign stock exchange. But a lot of Canadian stocks are on the OTC markets, and there's a lot of good companies coming up in Canada right now. Chris is speaking crypto. He's talking about Doge, VeChain, Decentraland, BitTorrent, HBAR, Graph. Not sure what COR is. Not sure what CLR is. And BNB sounds like Airbnb, but I don't really know. But I don't know. He's speaking in random crypto tongues. You know, crypto is becoming a religion for some people, so they start speaking in crypto tongues, and you know, they run around and throw snakes at each other. That's what happens when you're 18 years old and you throw $1,000 from your bar mitzvah into some obscure crypto like Matic, and then Matic runs thousands of percent, or BitTorrent runs thousands of percent, and you now think you're an expert and you sell courses online because you got lucky on it. I don't even know where I was going with that. I done forgot. That was just crazy talk. I don't know if that's some of the free cryptos or not on Coinbase. I can't remember. They add stuff like that all the time to Coinbase, new free cryptos to check out. But I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot. This year is gonna really get this community going. We're gonna get it fired up, and we're gonna be the go-to source. I am formally taking the glove off and throwing it down in front of Motley Fool and these other companies that have been taking over the markets in the ad space and the info sharing, and I'm throwing the gauntlet down and challenging all of them. Framework Fortune will be the top info sharing company on the stock market, on the cryptos. And also, we're also going to start doing those precious metal videos. I've got the silver collection one in the pipeline. It's almost finished. So close. I'm going to try to get it finished today. There was a lot of editing that went into it because of the way I did that. So we're even going to cover precious metals as well. That may be a separate channel in itself eventually, but I'm still thinking I'm going to cover precious metals on this channel. It's just going to be in one playlist. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'm going to hold this. Well, that's pretty much it that I can think of right off the top of my head, because like I said, there is so much going on right now. But I appreciate everybody being patient with me and sticking around, even though things get a little bumpy here and there, and the scheduling's kind of awkward. We're going to try to get all the episodes that come out of everything on a tight schedule here soon, or a loose schedule more or less, but I want content for you guys to be coming out at the same times a day and the same days a week, so you know exactly when content is coming out, and you can come tune in for it as soon as those videos come out or later after. Whew. So Doge, I'm skeptical on because it has a limitless supply. If somebody comes in and caps, like if Elon Musk takes over Doge and caps the supply, then maybe Doge could really start running. But with unlimited supply, Doge can never get to a super crazy price. Like, it just can't. There's not enough people to buy unlimited supply to push the price up. I mean, it's working now, but the way that Doge operates, it isn't released any supply, I don't think, yet this year, but it releases every year or something like that, from my understanding. Maybe if Liam's in here, well, I think Liam left, but still, you get the point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not counting it out, but it doesn't matter about how many retail people have it. It's just like any other commodity. If you compare it to grass, like grass seed or something, grass seed's pretty easy to come by, and there's plenty of supply, so grass seed always stays cheap. That's just natural supply and demand. It's not a personal thing against Dogecoin. I'm still holding Dogecoin myself, but I've locked out a lot of profit and the original investment. But until something happens with Doge's supply, there's no way it can really get that high. It's just not possible in the realm of supply and demand. Because I don't care what cryptos, how valuable they are, if it doesn't matter, it's still going to follow supply and demand laws. Everything does, and nothing gets around that. So I don't mind Doge, even if companies accept it. I mean, there's trillions of US dollars. They're not worth any more than they were, and then everybody accepts US dollars, but the value of the US dollar has went down over the last 60 years. So that's the point. That's what I'm basing it off of, is past supply and demand laws that have reigned true for hundreds and thousands of years of however long this planet has existed and the people on it. So it's not a personal thing against Dogecoin. I think it has potential, and like I said, if somebody caps it, then there's a good chance that it could be really, really valuable, but more than likely it can't get but so high. Anti-deflationary coin, maybe you can make that argument for it, but right now we're in massive inflation, not deflation at all. So if that's your purpose for investing in it, you're not investing at the right time for a deflationary asset. We're not even close to deflation. The other ones you named, Decentraland definitely has some potential. My only worries with Decentraland is it is a gaming token and gaming environment. So with games, gamers tend to have a very short attention span. So that's my only concern there. But it does have big potential in the future if people stick around in that community. No, Dogecoin wouldn't make sense as anti-inflation. Like gold and silver are anti-inflation because they're so rare, and there's so much money that goes into having to pull it out of the ground. You don't have to pull. There's no effort to get more Dogecoin. That's the problem. It makes sense as a deflationary, like you said, but as an inflationary, it makes no sense. It just doesn't work inflationary. It literally is inflation. Like Dogecoin has unlimited supply, and inflation literally means adding to the supply. So if Dogecoin is constantly adding to the supply, then Dogecoin itself is constantly inflating, which brings the value down. USD is already inflating. The US dollar has been inflated for years. For years. It's just getting more and more inflated. And more than likely, Dogecoin will not go up anymore because of the US dollar going down. There's too many other good crypto options out there that I would put my money in personally before I would Dogecoin, which is what I'm doing. Like some of the ones you talked about, like HBAR, the Google one, that one has some potential, but you got to look at those circulating supplies and how often they add to the supply. Doge is booming now, but that's what I'm saying. They're not added anything to the supply yet. As soon as they add to the supply, it's going to drop the price again, and people can buy it back up and push it back up. But you're basically going to get this never-ending cycle of buying and selling, and it's just not going to push the price up anyway because nobody's going to continue to hold it. Once if Doge goes up to $1 right now, most people are going to sell out of Doge because they made a ton of money, and Doge is going to drop, and then it'll drop hard, and then eventually people will start buying it again, and then it'll jump again, and then supply will hit again or whatever, or it'll hit $1 and people will make a ton of money, and then it'll sell off and drop again. So it's going to be a never-ending cycle of buying and selling. So it could be a good vessel, a good trading vessel, but as far as a long-term investment, there's better options than Doge to me. Like you named several different options that aren't bad. BitTorrent, like you said, that's file sharing. BitTorrent kind of has its own little lane, and I like BitTorrent because of that. BitTorrent's also been around for a long time. BitTorrent, though, has got a pretty big supply, so it's probably not going to go that high unless it doesn't get any competition in the file sharing ring. But I know Filecoin exists. Filecoin's a lot higher up than BitTorrent is, and I haven't compared the tokenomics yet to see what the supply and demand would look like on that. GRT is interesting. I do like Graph somewhat. It's underperforming the rest of the crypto market, but anyway, I'm not knocking your picks. I'm just giving you my thoughts on what I think about those. And so far, ISNS is still holding up. So as long as it stays on this trend line, I'm just going to hold it because we're still just going sideways. But I'm going to call it a day, guys. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. I got a lot of stuff to get to today, but we will be back Monday for more live stream day trading of the stock market. I do want to start the live trading of the cryptos very, very soon. I keep saying I'm going to. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out here. The trend line is starting to crack on this. More than likely it will. Yep. So there, I got stopped out on it. So, and look, never closed over $6. Not one candle on the intraday after pre-market open chart. Not one candle. Never closed over $6. So that's that's all you need to know is support and resistance for the most part. Yeah, and look, see, now that trend line cracked, super dropped down, and that is a very low float stock, so that's why I had that stop loss very close to the trend line in case this move did happen and it finally did crack down to the bottom side. But like I was saying back here, it either was going to close over 6 and make a new support area at 580. It never could do that and make a new support area at 6 either. It did try to make a little bit of support at 580, but cracked down there. But if it could have built support at $6, then if you take all this off right here that we just had, if we could have seen a candle close over 6 here, then we would have saw more test of the 610 area and we could have seen this get the big move up. But instead it just hit that $6 and just started curling over, and now you get this big drop off. That's why it was relevant to what I was saying. We needed a candle to close over 6. Because it can only go one or two ways. When you're in consolidation, at the end of the consolidation, the stock is either, and this is relevant to cryptos too, is either going to go up or it's going to go down. That's the only two directions it can go. It can continue to go sideways, but if it's already going sideways, it's not changing directions. So the only two ways that it can go are up or down. And for it to go up, you need levels of support building higher each time. Those higher lows that I talk about all the time. And you need strong resistance breaks. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. You guys are having a little fun debating in there. You guys can continue that talk on. I'm not dissing, like I said, I'm not dissing Dogecoin. I've got Dogecoin myself, but I'm just not that bullish on it. I'm bullish on other cryptos more than that one. There's some better ones out there, I think, that have better purposes. Doge doesn't really have a purpose other than to be a money currency. And the U.S. dollar's purpose is to be a currency, and it's not worth hardly anything. So that's, I mean, you look at any country that has an inflated currency, they're not worth much, and they never get that worth that much. So, I mean, just simple economics right now, Dogecoin to me just can't do what you're expecting. It's just not possible. Eventually it could be if something changes with the project, like I said, then it could be. But at the current moment, it can't beat the rules of supply and demand. That's just how it is. It's not me saying that. That's the laws of supply and demand saying that. But yeah. Yeah, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate your insights. You know, you definitely named some interesting ones. Some interesting ones that people should go check out. Like I said, BitTorrent, HBAR, Graph. You know, that's some good insights on some interesting coins. So I like your list. I'm not knocking Doge. I think it can continue up to maybe $1 here over the next couple of months as long as the supply doesn't get added to. But yeah, I appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with that. A little debate. That's what we're here for. That's why we want to be the global info sharing hub, so traders can come here and talk. But enough of me talking. You guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Appreciate you guys joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.